If you've seen the movie Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield, at the end there's a funny thing that he calls the triple Lindy, where he does triple trampoline vaults and then into the water. It's really funny. What I have behind me is the triple Lindy. 1, 2, 3 absolute beautiful cars. Today I'm here actually to talk about the extreme beauty and comfort and everyday drivability of 95, 96, 97 and 98 and 99 M62 and M73 cars and engines that came with the E31s. In the case of the M73, it started in 95, the M62 started in 96, all the way to the end of the run of the E31 manufacturing in Germany. The M62 and the M73 engines that were in the 850 Ci and the 840 Ci are, in my personal opinion, by far the best of the range of the cars, where you can have that everyday comfort, driving, automatic, including having a good amount of torque that is as close as you can get to the more modern cars of today that we're used to, because it was towards the end of the run, they improved on horsepower, they improved on torque, and they just pretty much did everything that needed to be done in those last years to be able to close the gap with the new generation of cars coming in, also getting rid of all the issues that may have had over the years from 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95. The black car on that side is a 97 840, one of only 668 made for the 97 model year in the US. And in the US, they stopped making the E31s in 1997. So 97 was the last year they made these, the M62 840 Ci's, which are my own personal favorite in the range of all the cars. Forget about the CSIs and the Alpinas, which are just incredible and amazing cars. They're very rare, they're very fast. It's an M engine in those cars. They're manual 6 speeds. That's a whole other ballpark. We're talking about the base range of the cars. But the 840 Ci, because of its lightness and torquiness, plus the comfort daily driving that it has, it's just definitely my own personal favorite. You can feel the front end is lighter, and the engines are really well built and they're bulletproof. They're just solid. And we have the white one, which is an M73 97 850 Ci, one of only 166 made for the last model year of the USA. In the world, they continue doing them all the way to 99. The sport versions, the M Sport versions, as well as the platinum versions for the Middle Eastern markets, which are rare and highly sought after cars. Once again, we have a super comfy, beautiful, torquey car, which is usable for everyday driving, and you can just do whatever you want in them without having to worry about sitting in traffic with a 6-speed or a 5-speed or whatnot, 3 pedals. Sure, that's good for leisure time, which brings me to my last car over here. That's actually a 91 850i 6-speed manual car with a staggering only 51,800 miles on it, almost 52,000 miles. Mint condition California car, came out of a collection in Northern California. So for those who prefer to have daily driver versus daily driver of those two, and then a leisure driver, maybe if you want to take it out on the weekends, especially in Los Angeles, the 91 6-speed is perfect. It's torquey, it's just more fun to drive. Or if you live out in the country, a small city, you could actually use that every day. But honestly, I don't recommend it in big cities. It's a pain in the butt. So we're going to take the cars out for a drive one by one. I will give you my feedback. Today I thought I'd do something a little different, and it would be to have a sorry, the sun is bothering me, not having stories and and those dramatic unfolding things that I usually shoot. Wanted to be a little bit more practical and do a little bit of comparison between the three cars. I'm not running out of stories anytime soon. Trust me, I have a bunch of them coming. But today I wanted to do a triple Lindy for you guys. Okay, so we'll go to the cars and we'll try to drive around and have fun. See you soon. Okay, my friends, I'm inside the 97 840 Ci, black on parchment leather, and I'm gonna just drive around, show you the fun stuff with the car. And here we go. We are at the Whitley Park in Encino. Now we're gonna drive around through the outside. Right off the bat, I can tell you guys that this car is torquier and feels light at the front end. And this particular car has had some modifications with Bilsteins and H&R springs, as well as I believe he removed the resonator on the exhaust to give it a little bit more beefy and masculine sound, or the the owner of this car is actually Mr. Hal Compton, and he is 73 or 4 years old, but he has the spirit of an 18-year-old with all the stuff that he's doing. He's very young at heart, and so he did all these fun modifications. Sorry, there's some traffic here. We're going to try to make this as close to one take as possible. So here we go. Now I've got this. As you can see, the car is very torquey.
Your mic is small.
No, it was this one here.
Oh, okay.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I'm good.
Great. So I'm not going to edit all of this out. I want it to feel natural, even when you hear my cinematographer talk to me. So right now I'm doing 70. Immediately I was up to 70 as quick as possible. This car has a lot of torque in it. It's really well built. Way more torque than the M60 and the M70. If you can see, if you could please show this part here. As you can see, right now I'm sport mode, and the best part is the Steptronic that I'm in third gear now. 4, 5. If you don't mind showing the road outside, Chuck. So you can see how quickly I approach the car in front of me. Take off. This is a 23-year-old car, 22-year-old car. Imagine how well it's... Are you okay? So we're not going to edit anything. I'm going to keep it clean and nice for you guys. Anyway, I'm going to turn around. This is why I love the 96, 97 M62 840s. In fact, I'm thinking about bringing an M Sport 840 individual, either from the UK or from Germany over, because I absolutely love those. Those have CSI springs and body kit and some of the brakes and some of the nice stuff that comes with them. But then again, it's the same engine. The mirrors here work just fine, as you can hear. It's going up and down. I mean, the windows. The sunroof works. The radio works. I'm going to play everything for you.
And push your payment down without closing costs of any kind. No point.
Great. So today I'm going to be very practical. I'm just going to have fun, talk, show the differences. This is an absolutely amazing daily driver car. You cannot get tired. We are back at the park now. As I was saying, this is an absolutely amazing daily driver. You can do whatever you want in it, like you would do with a 2017, 2018, 2019 car. Very comfortable. I have my own armrest that I use with these cars. Everyday driving, 100% guaranteed. Everyday driving, 100% recommended by me. And since I've built a little bit of a reputation for knowing these cars so well, I highly, highly, highly recommend the 97 840 Ci because they're my own personal favorite for having that amazing E31 design, as well as torquiness, modern. And if you want to add your phone to these radios, all you have to do is get the CD43, which is the little later model, and you put a Bluetooth in the back of it, and your phone is connected. Voila, you can just use it for anything you want every day. We're gonna jump over to the 97 850 right after this, and then we'll do the 6-speed. All right, see you. Okay, my great friends, we are now inside the M73 97 850 Ci, white on parchment. Beautiful car, well kept, 135,000 miles on it, but you would never be able to tell. Today we thought about, my DP was asking me, should we do a bunch of car drives and things like that? I'm like, you know what, it's actually a given, a car that I should be driving. So we're not going to get an extensive amount of exterior shots or drones and all that. That's good for movies that we do. Today we're going to be practical and just drive from the inside. We might have a couple of drive-bys, we'll see. So I'm inside the M73. I'm going to give you the comparison directly to the M62 840 Ci. Both were made same year. This was made in May of 97. The other one was made in April of 97. And it's a V12, 325 horsepower, 5.4 liter. Let me give you the first impression between this and that one. So, immediate first impression is this is smoother, less agile, and it feels a little heavier on the front, but it's still as torquey because obviously it has about 60 or 70 more horsepower. So once I get on the road, and now I'm going to put this on sport mode, and the difference here in the sport mode between the M73 and if you can see that on camera, that'd be great, and the M62 is, there's a plus minus on this, but it doesn't have the sport. All it does is just give you the manual. So I'm going into second gear. Very, very torquey. Obviously it feels a little heavier in the front because of the size of the engine, but it's heavier. But it's still very torquey. Very smooth, incredibly smooth. And this one has the comfort and the sport suspension setting, the EDCs, electronic damping controls. And it's actually the only car I've seen out of all the 96 and 97s with the EDCs that have the original EDC left in it, and it's working. It feels like a boat between the sport and the comfort setting. So Chuck, you tell me how it feels. Do you feel any difference between this one and that one?
Smoother, but still torquey.
Yeah, you feel that smoothiness. The other one is more agile, and it's like a wild teenager, and this one is more like a 30-year-old sprinter, isn't it? Right now I'm doing 80, and I barely even feel it. Here we are. Sorry for all the zigzagging, Chuck. Once again, another way of having an everyday beautiful daily driver. You get the beautiful E31 looks. Everybody's going to give you thumbs up, but damn it, you can go to the grocery store, you can pick your kids up, you can go out on a date, you can freaking live in it if you want. But you don't have to change gears every 3 seconds in LA traffic. Again, the 96 and 97 840s and 850s are my absolute favorite in the range of all the cars made, apart from the CSI, obviously. That's a whole other ball game, and the prices on those cars have shot into the stratosphere. I'm a little bit guilty for that. Sorry, all the new owners, but I love these cars so much, I had to get them out of the market and get them well known and famous. So we are pulling back into the park. Then we're going to go to the 91 6-speed. This one, as well as the 97, is going to be on brake trailer. This car belongs to a super E31 enthusiast. And the reason he's letting it go is because he has too many cars in his garage. And he doesn't drive this one as often as he used to. So he likes to see it go to a good home that would appreciate it and drive it. Once again, M73, one of only 166 made for the 97 model years. And we're gonna jump over to the next car. Okay, my friends, we are now inside the 91 850i manual 6-speed M73 engine, 300 horsepower. This one has been modified with some aftermarket, I believe, Wookiee chips for some more torque and power. This car has an incredible 51,800 miles on it, original, and it's in incredible shape. It comes out of collection in Northern California. So the reason I'm doing this is to demonstrate the difference between the automatics and the 6 speeds. So I'm going to give you my feedback immediately. Now the 6 speeds are great, weekend cars, enthusiast gathering moments, and or if you live outside of the country or outside big cities. And in the big cities, I honestly don't recommend it at all. It's especially for us guys who come from Europe, and we got our licenses in Europe on manual. We just prefer automatics. Okay, so here we are. My immediate, I'm gonna get out of the park first because I have some cars in front of me. Obviously, it's more fun to have the full control in a manual situation. But I even asked my good friend Danny, who's from Europe, I'm like, which one do you prefer? He said the automatics. But here we are, we have an extreme amount of torque, agility, and fun. I'm already up to 80. Really fast. I gotta turn the AC on, I'm sweating. This car is in incredible shape. It was recently serviced by the famous Dragon 850 up in Northern California. Edward Custodians is his last name. So Chuck, I want you to let me know how it feels in this car compared to the other ones.
It's more fun. It's a manual, you know, more control. You can really boost your acceleration by having full control of the clutch and shifter. But same sense as the others, just, you know, more control, more fun.
How's the torquiness feeling?
It's torquey, yeah. It's torquey and still smooth. The engine feels like almost a new engine, man. There's not a lot of miles on it.
No, it's 51,000. It's been well kept, well sorted. Compared to torque to the other ones, how is it? Is it more or less?
Maybe a little less in certain aspects, but you get more because you're in a manual as well. So you can punch it. You can push it more. So
see, guys, I'm on an open road right now, so obviously it makes it more fun to drive. But I'll be damned if I'm going to go to Ventura Boulevard with this car in an hour. It's going to be bumper to bumper, and my left knee is going to hate me for it. So we're pushing back into the park now. Everything works beautifully and nicely on this car. It's a given now after about 13 or 14 on my auctions. You're going to be expecting a car that works and functions properly. To do all the extensive walkarounds, I would like to believe that at this point it's a given with all my cars, and you will take my word for it, because even if there was the smallest little thing, I would take care of it before the car takes delivery to you. Here we are, 91 850, a 6-speed, 300 horsepower, black on black, made to be enjoyed, but only on the weekends or outside in the country.